Brock Lesnar's return at SummerSlam 2025 has already shaken up the wrestling world, with fans immediately speculating that WWE could soon deliver another blockbuster showdown featuring the Beast incarnate. While the buzz is undeniable, WWE seems in no rush to pull the trigger on a major match just yet. Reports from Fightful and PW Insider have previously indicated that the company has a top-secret premium live event lined up for September 20th, fueling rumors of an epic clash between these two legends. Now we have some key updates, not just on the possible main event, but also on the name of the show and the kind of match WWE is preparing. According to insider account Boozer Wrasslin, one idea pitched for the rivalry between John Cena and Brock Lesnar is a marquee last man standing match. The stipulation fits perfectly with the larger-than-life intensity both legends bring to the ring. Lesnar is already confirmed to appear on the September 12th edition of SmackDown in Norfolk, Virginia, as well as the September 19th show at the Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio. While there's still time before those appearances, Cena has been kept busy in the meantime with his ongoing storyline involving Logan Paul. That angle serves as a placeholder until WWE pivots to the long-awaited clash with Lesnar. According to WrestleVotes, WWE is set to bring back a classic throwback title for its September 20th Premium Live event, which they are calling WrestlePalooza. The name itself carries history, as WrestlePalooza was originally an ECW-produced event that ran from 1995 through 2000. By reviving it, WWE is tapping into nostalgia while rebranding it for the modern era. But the choice of name isn't the only headline. PW Insider reported that WWE's Indianapolis show could actually air on ESPN well before their official broadcast deal with the network kicks in come April 2026. If this happens, it would serve as a test run for WWE's future on ESPN, while also positioning the company to siphon viewers away from AEW. This is no coincidence. AEW is set to run its annual All Out pay-per-view the very same night from Toronto's Scotiabank Arena, meaning WWE would be staging its first deliberate head-to-head clash between a main roster premium live event and an AEW show. By rolling out WrestlePalooza on ESPN, WWE is signaling its intent to dominate the wrestling conversation that weekend. Of course, if the centerpiece of WrestlePalooza turns out to be a last man standing match between John Cena and Brock Lesnar, the company will have little trouble pulling attention away from AEW. The event would also give fans an early preview of what WWE's production and presentation could look like once ESPN officially takes over distribution in 2026. Currently, WWE's premium live events in the US are carried on Peacock, with Netflix handling international streaming. With no other PLE on the September calendar, and Peacock already set with SummerSlam and Clash in Paris, an ESPN showcase fills that gap perfectly while escalating the battle with AEW. So what do you think? Are you hyped for a potential last man standing battle between Brock Lesnar and John Cena? And if WrestlePalooza does air on ESPN, will you tune in to WWE's experiment or stick with AEW's All Out? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know where your remote will land on September 20th. WWE's head-to-head strategy has, as expected, triggered plenty of buzz and fan discussion. One fan even went as far as telling Tony Khan on social media that WWE would eventually bring AEW down and shut the company's doors. Khan didn't fire back with a lengthy defense or statistics, he kept it short and sharp. Instead of words, the AEW president posted a gif of Star Trek's Captain Jean-Luc Picard confidently saying, "That will be the day." The response captured Khan's mindset perfectly, calm, dismissive, and showing no signs of being rattled by WWE's latest business moves. Now, Chris Jericho has been off AEW television for several months, and while there's no clear sign of him returning anytime soon, a small action on social media has reignited major speculation about his future. An Instagram post from JM Playground noted that Jericho's current AEW contract is set to expire in December of this year, and posed the question of whether he could make a WWE return in 2026. The caption read, "Will Chris Jericho make his WWE return in 2026? What immediately caught fans' attention was Jericho himself. He actually liked the post. That single click fueled a storm of speculation online, with fans flooding the comments. One even reacted in shock, writing, "Holy shit, guys, Jericho has just liked this very post." This isn't entirely out of left field. Jericho admitted earlier this year at the HRWF 2025 event that a WWE return wasn't something he would rule out, making it clear he doesn't want to leave any doors closed when it comes to the future of his career. For now, Jericho has remained absent since the April 9th episode of AEW Dynamite, where he completely lost his composure in a wild segment with Brian Keith and Big Bill. His absence, combined with the Instagram buzz, has only intensified chatter about whether he's weighing a final WWE run. So should Chris Jericho return to WWE in 2026, or is AEW still the right place for him to finish his legendary career? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. For WWE now, as the wrestling juggernaut is putting the brakes on the Crown Jewel Championship storyline, at least for 2025. A new report from Bodyslam.net notes that WWE has no plans to feature Crown Jewel Championship defenses at this year's Crown Jewel Premium Live event, scheduled for October 11th in Perth, Australia. The show is still expected to deliver top-tier matches and showcase major superstars, but the special titles that debuted last year are being left out. The Crown Jewel Championships were first introduced in 2024, with Cody Rhodes defeating Gunther to become the inaugural men's champion. Liv Morgan followed by overcoming Nia Jax to capture the women's title. At the time, both Rhodes and Morgan were already holding gold, Rhodes as WWE champion and Morgan as women's world champion, giving the new titles a unique but somewhat overlapping place in WWE's championship landscape. Fans hoping to see the belts return this year will likely be disappointed. As the report explained, the idea right now is that the Crown Jewel Championships will not be defended at this year's Crown Jewel Premium Live event. While WWE is still stacking the card for Perth, the absence of Crown Jewel title defenses signals a shift away from building that tradition. For some, it feels like a missed opportunity to further cement those exclusive championships as part of the show's identity. Do you think WWE is making the right call by shelving the Crown Jewel Championships this year, or should they have leaned into building those titles as a lasting part of the event? Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Now, Omos has been a major WWE attraction over the years, but he's no longer exclusive to WWE, as he's now officially stepped into the world of AAA. The 7'3" Nigerian giant dominated the Copa Bardal match at AAA's TripleMania 38 event, and now he has been rebranded as a AAA superstar, with WWE Shop already featuring a new shirt for him with the AAA logo on it. The merch has hyped up Omos as a major threat in the Mexican promotion and shows his appearance wasn't a one-off. He entered the Copa Bardal match as the 13th entrant, and he dominated the encounter, eventually eliminating La Parca at the end to win the trophy in his AAA debut, kickstarting his career with a bang. The match also featured several other WWE superstars who enhanced the surprise element, with Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, and Otis all being involved, but Omos was the biggest shock due to how long he's been off WWE television. Omos isn't the only wrestler to gain a new shirt on WWE Shop either, as its AAA line has also been extended to feature various other stars who were a part of TripleMania, giving fans a clear sign that both WWE and AAA rosters are going to be pushed. Is this rebrand the right move for Omos, or is WWE trying too hard to force his presence in AAA? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know if the Nigerian giant fits in the lucha world. Dominik Mysterio was a popular star at TripleMania, but he wasn't the only major WWE superstar to make the trip to Mexico, much to the disappointment of Dirty Dom and his attempt to win the AAA Mega Championship. El Hijo del Vikingo was able to successfully retain the title against Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and El Grande Americano, but the AAA star owes AJ Styles thanks for making that happen. The rest of the Judgment Day had been helping Dirty Dom gain the upper hand throughout the match, and after he hit a splash on Dragon Lee, and it seemed like he had the match won until the referee was pulled out of the ring. A man in a mask was responsible for it, and that just so happened to be Mysterio's long-term rival, AJ Styles, who then hit him with a Styles Clash to set things up for Vikingo to get the victory. While Styles might have ruined Mysterio's AAA experience to continue their WWE rivalry, that doesn't mean that the Judgment Day star is done with the Mexican promotion. He conducted an interview later in the night where he made it clear that he should have won the AAA Mega Championship and revealed that Vikingo will see him at the upcoming Worlds Collide event. While no match has been officially made, it's clear that Mysterio will be competing at the show to continue his journey with AAA, and if he gets his way, he'll be challenging Vikingo once more. Alberto Del Rio may have had a sudden and surprising exit from AAA, but there is a lot of buzz surrounding him right now, and his former rival Rey Mysterio has only added to that. Mysterio was in the ring during AAA's TripleMania when chants for the former WWE superstar began, which is when the WWE Hall of Famer acknowledged them and said, "I'll bring him, please wait." It was an interesting comment from Mysterio, given that Del Rio has been exiled from AAA after losing against El Mesias on the July 25th edition of AAA Alianza, which is a stipulation that has forced him out of the company. Despite Mysterio's comment, Fightful has reported that Del Rio's WWE status has still not changed, and many assume that there is no way he would return to the company down the line. However, this wouldn't be the only time that Del Rio's name was mentioned during TripleMania, as his name was at the heart of the online discourse after the main event of the show ended. El Hijo del Vikingo might have retained the AAA Mega title, but fans were only interested in talking about Del Rio as they flooded Triple H's congratulatory Instagram post for Vikingo with comments about Del Rio's potential WWE comeback. The Instagram post was hijacked by fans campaigning on Del Rio's behalf, and after Mysterio openly teased the potential return, the buzz surrounding him isn't going away anytime soon. The question now falls back on WWE's shoulders. Should the company actually consider bringing Del Rio back, or has that chapter already closed for good? Elsewhere at AAA's major event last week, Konnan was inducted into the AAA Hall of Fame in what was an emotional moment, with his longtime friend Rey Mysterio being the man who inducted him. He gave a great speech about their bond, and Konnan expressed his gratitude for the honor while thanking important people in his life, from Rey himself to Antonio Pena and Perro Aguayo. Unfortunately, one fan decided to heckle Konnan in the moment, which led to the legendary wrestler calling him a clown, as he then moved on with the rest of his speech, as that fan ended up being thrown out of the arena. What's your take on Konnan receiving this honor in AAA? Do you believe that it's long overdue? Let us know what you think in the comments section. WWE's partnership with TNA has been growing lately, and Trick Williams defending the TNA World title at Emergence against Moose continued that. After the match, TNA Director of Authority Santino Marella came out, and it was revealed that he'll be making a big announcement after Trick Williams' defense during the TNA television tapings. Now we have a major spoiler warning regarding exactly what that announcement was, so skip ahead if you don't want to know it. During the tapings, Williams opened up the show with a promo, only to be interrupted by Mike Santana, who told him that he didn't care if they fought in TNA or NXT, but he wants to fight. That's when Trick revealed he doesn't have to wrestle for the next 50 days due to a clause in his contract, which is something that few people were aware of. Trick appeared again later on, which is when Santino Marella informed him that he'll be facing Santana at Bound for Glory, which is when Trick's lawyer attacked him. The match never ended up being made official due to the chaos involved, but it appears that the direction ahead of Bound for Glory will see Williams face Santana in a singles match. The feud between the two men has been a lot of fun lately, and Bound for Glory feels like the perfect place for their heated issues to be brought to an end. But with 2 months to go, there could be a lot of twists and turns. Do you think Trick Williams versus Mike Santana will steal the show at Bound for Glory if it happens there? Or do you think Moose should also be involved in this feud as well? Sound off in the comments. The wrestling community is mourning the passing of Michael Farren, a man who played a vital role in the original ECW's Rise from the Shadows. Farren passed away peacefully on August 12, 2025, surrounded by family at Altna Gelvin Hospital in Derry. While fans may not have recognized his name, those within the business knew just how important his behind-the-scenes work was. From handling merchandise to managing logistics during the unpredictable and often chaotic years of ECW's growth in the 1990s, Farren's contributions helped keep the promotion alive during its grittiest era. The Farren family's ties to ECW were significant. Michael's brother Damian Farren also worked with the company before his own passing several years ago. Together, they became part of the backbone that supported a brand still remembered today for changing the wrestling landscape. For those who lived through ECW's rise, Michael Farren's passing feels like the closing of another chapter in wrestling history. He may not have stood under the bright lights, but his work helped make ECW's rebellious spirit possible, and his loss is deeply felt by those who shared that journey. The women of AAA made sure the spotlight stayed firmly on them, delivering a big night that also featured some WWE and AAA crossover matches. With over a decade of success in WWE, Natayla now found herself in a high-stakes challenge for AAA's prestigious Reina de Reinas championship. The bout pitted reigning champion Flammer against Natayla and AAA legend Fabi Apache in a triple threat match. Placed in the semi-main event slot, the contest carried big expectations, and all three women delivered. The action was competitive from start to finish, with each competitor nearly pulling off the win as the crowd rallied behind them. In the closing moments, Flammer managed to retain her championship by rolling up Apache. However, controversy surrounded the finish, as Apache's foot was clearly on the rope, but the referee failed to notice. With this victory, Flammer extended her reign, marking her 6th successful defense since capturing the title back in August 2023. The drama didn't end there. After the bell, Apache confronted Natayla, shoving her and sparking a heated scuffle that had to be broken up by the referee. The post-match chaos hinted that tensions are far from over between these two. AAA once again proved its ability to keep fans talking with strong booking and unexpected twists. Now Mandy Rose has shed light on some of the harsh realities WWE's developmental talent faced during her time in NXT. Appearing on the Power Alphas podcast, Rose reflected on the struggles that came with training at the Performance Center and the often overlooked conditions behind the scenes. She recalled how her husband, former NFL player and well-rounded athlete Tino Sabatelli, was required to handle basic chores such as setting up lights and even dealing with cockroaches inside the facility. Rose then revealed a shocking detail that many fans may not know. At one point, she explained NXT trainees were tasked with cleaning the training rings due to a herpes breakout. The revelation painted a clear picture of just how rough and unsanitary things could become, even in WWE's highly regarded developmental system. Her broader point was that aspiring wrestlers had to endure grueling and often unpleasant conditions to prove they were serious about making it in the business. For Rose, it underscored the sacrifices and resilience that defined the early years for many performers who went on to make it big in WWE. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon were recently spotted on a family vacation in Mykonos, Greece, taking a rare break from the WWE spotlight. Joined by their children, the couple enjoyed sightseeing, time in the sun, and even some water activities together. TMZ cameras caught glimpses of the two relaxing ahead of WWE's packed fall schedule, with Clash in Paris set for August 31st. Stephanie stepped away from her corporate position last year, but Triple H remains fully in charge of creative behind the scenes. Still, what caught fans off guard wasn't just the vacation's photos, but how much Triple H's physical appearance has changed from his days when he was known for his world-class physique. Much of that change stems from the cardiac event he suffered a few years ago, a health scare so severe that Stephanie admitted she feared she might lose him. The incident forced him into permanent retirement from in-ring competition and reshaped his training regimen. Intense hours in the gym are no longer part of his daily life, and his workouts now look very different compared to the past. Another reason for the transformation is his decision to step away from performance-enhancing substances. Like many wrestlers who cycle off steroids, his body has naturally adjusted over time. Age, looser skin, and changes in muscle mass have all become more noticeable. Combined with his demanding role as WWE's head of creative, which keeps him in meetings, overseeing live shows, and traveling constantly, the grind leaves little opportunity for the same level of conditioning he once maintained. Even so, it's worth noting that Triple H remains in strong shape for his age and circumstances. While he no longer looks like the powerhouse game fans remember from his prime, his focus today is on his health, longevity, and steering WWE's future rather than chasing the bodybuilder's frame he once carried. Over in TNA, fans witnessed the final match of Sami Callihan's career at TNA Emergence after he lost a physical Baltimore street fight against former AEW star Mike Santana. Now it's been revealed why Callihan is opting to hang up his boots, as Fightful Select has reported that the former TNA World Champion has been physically struggling lately due to several serious injuries. The pain has been causing him problems, which is why he's opting to retire, but that might not be the end of his career in professional wrestling. Fightful also reported that he's been helping out a lot behind the scenes lately, while also being actively involved in promoting Pro Wrestling Revolver, all of which has been taking up his time. Callihan managed to impress fans with his final performance, with the encounter against Santana featuring a range of weapons as he ended up eating a spin the block to finish up the match. After 1,417 matches, Callihan's career ended in an old-school manner as he took off his boots in the middle of the ring before leaving one final time. Now he can stay focused on his health while staying connected to wrestling by promoting the Pro Wrestling Revolver shows. Do you think Sami Callihan deserved a bigger send-off, or was this the right time to go? Please share your thoughts and feedback in the comments section below. WWE has been making some interesting decisions lately, counter-programming many AEW shows, which has led fans to believe they're trying to shut Tony Khan's company down. Speaking of AEW, there was some controversy surrounding the look of AAA star Taurus at TripleMania, with AEW's Beast Mortos threatening legal action over the situation, showing how serious it's already become. The AEW star took to X after he saw footage of the Copa Bardal, making it clear that he didn't appreciate Taurus's gear as he felt the similarities to his look were too close. Beast Mortos said, "Preparing the lawsuit, see you in court," as he made his intentions very clear, even though he didn't go into specific details. Taurus was seen sporting a horned mask, which was presented similarly to that of an AEW wrestler, prompting many fans to point it out. However, after the situation began to heat up online, Beast Mortos surprised fans by claiming that his lawsuit had nothing to do with the AAA star and is instead about women who suffered physical violence in marriage. He did note that it was funny to know that people linked it to Taurus, although Beast Mortos doesn't typically tweet about any of his legal work, which is likely why so many fans instantly thought it was about Taurus. However, Beast Mortos continued to discuss Taurus online, which only added more fuel to this confusing situation. He claimed on Instagram that he won't sue anyone, but added that the case he's working on is different from his ex-character, with that wording once again having fans think about Taurus. Whether he is or isn't suing Taurus, it's clear that Beast Mortos is leaning into the situation and may end up taking the problem even further, and his girlfriend Mercedes Moné also got involved. She responded to his original post with an emoji of someone lighting up a cigar, which only has put more eyes on what is already a confusing situation that could end up getting very serious depending on what Beast Mortos is actually talking about. We're ending today's news with something lighthearted. Fortunately, AAA's TripleMania also had plenty of positive moments, and one of them just so happened to involve two puppets. This took place during the mixed tag team match that saw the Judgment Day face Mr. Iguana, Nino Hamburguesa, and NXT star Lola Vice, and while fans expected to see Mr. Iguana's La Yesca sidekick, they were treated to a surprise puppet from Finn Balor. In one of the wildest moments of the night, Balor pulled out a Demon King puppet, which ended up eating Mr. Iguana's puppet, with the fans going crazy for the entire segment. Fans will be able to embrace that moment in their own lives now too, as WWE Shop is already selling the Demon King puppet online, as the company looks to capitalize on the buzz.